allow me to share with you our vision and our mission. At Harmoni, our vision is to create a world where all persons are empowered to be unique individuals through quality education to realize their full potential. Okay, welcome again. In 2014, we broke new ground by introducing the Trinity College London's Young Performance Certificate to our children. And last year in 2014, we registered 2 groups from Harmoni for the evaluation. But this year in 2015, we are creating waves again because we have registered 5 groups with a total of 52 children from both Harmoni and Sri Harmoni. Now, Jessica from Sri Harmoni will tell you a little bit more about the Young Performance Certificate. Jessica, can you tell us a little bit about the Young Performance Certificate?
Yes, Trinity College London Young Performance Certificates encourage young children to develop performance, musical, and communication skills as they create and explore stories, songs, roles and situations through the imaginative and integrated use of movement, music, voice and artwork.
So Jessica, how do you encourage participation among your children?
Okay, to encourage participation, the gold certificates are given. The Trinity Gold sticker is immediately given to the children upon completion of the drama. Our concert night, we will be giving out medals and also the gold certificates to them. By the way, the gold certificates is the highest level of young performance certificate. These aim to sufficiently develop performance skills to provide our children with a sound foundation in speech, drama and musical theatre. We do in a group of 10 to 12 children. The play is written for the level of our kids and then we practice, allowing them to decide how to act out and run the drama. So it is in this way that we encourage your children to contribute to their own drama. Here, children use a variety of performance, musical, and communication skills. For example, poetry rhyming, singing, expressive movement, use of costume, props, and also puppets. The children really enjoy and are very excited when they first put on their costume. You should see the smile on their faces.
also saw you getting very excited over planning of the costume and so on. And did it create a wave among your teacher?
Yes, you will see that the teachers in school, they are like all on their toes. And in preparing the exam, while preparing the exam for the children. And then the moment they got the gold sticker stick on the children's shirt, as they complete their drama, you can see the smile in every teacher's face. We are like over the moon.
So the teachers were happier, if not as happy as the children. Huh?
Yeah.
So YPC is just an example of how we are different from other kindergartens. Other than the YPC, you will find that with the Harmoni group, we are very committed to teacher training. In fact, we have a very structured way of 12 topics a year. We have a structured way of coaching our teachers, and we will cover 12 topics a year, and these 12 topics will fall under 3 main topics. And this year, our focus is on number 1, child rights and child protection, number 2, meaningful child participation, and number 3, developmentally appropriate evaluation and assessment for children. How we do this is every month we will have a staff meeting, and we will have a short segment of meeting to discuss current challenges, and then after that we will have a 2 to 3 hour session of teacher training. And in this teacher training, we will introduce new topics, and for the next 3 to 4 weeks, all the activities in school and everything that the teacher does is focusing on the topic that we just covered. So once that month is over and we come back together for another staff meeting, we will have a post-mortem on what just happened last month, what did we do well, what can we do better, and how can we move forward. Why is it so important to talk about developmentally appropriate evaluation and assessment? We are dealing with children from the age of 18 months to 6 years old, and we don't want to burden them with too much exams and tests too early in their life, because this would leave a very bitter aftertaste. And we just want to evaluate them appropriately to what their abilities are, make them have a good feel of the test, understand what testing is all about, and hopefully it will inspire them to not be afraid of schools and want to go to schools in the future. We also, one of our topics that we are covering this year is child rights and child protection, and we actually invested a significant amount of time into writing a child protection policy. And Mom, can you tell us a little bit about the Harmoni Child Protection Policy?
Yeah, we have been concentrating on writing the Harmoni Child Protection Policy. Yeah, this policy is based on the Convention on the Rights of the Child, yeah, which cover 54 articles on how to protect children, yeah, in areas such as their survival, their development, their participation, abuse, and making everyone in the school responsible for the child's protection, particularly the teachers and all the other employees in the school. So what we have done is compiled the policy, written it out, and this is a booklet that tells not only the teachers what to do, yeah, procedures, moving children from one spot to another, what are the steps we must take, fire drill, where to move from what spot to what spot is all clearly defined in this policy. And after the teacher has gone through the policy, yeah, which I've already implemented in Harmoni, they actually have to sign to say that they understand and that they must carry out implementation of this policy. Yeah, so just to take a look at what we have inside here. Yeah, we have things like good practices. So we're very clear what are the things we want to be done in the school, what are the things that should not be done in the school, prohibited, and then if there is a case of child abuse, yeah, who to go to, who to report to, what are the procedures to go through, so that no child, yeah, who is abused will be left unprotected. Yeah? So why are we implementing this? Because we want our schools to be so safe for our children. The minute the child comes into our school, they are protected from every harm and danger. And that is why we want to implement the child protection policy in our school. Our objective is to create peaceful classrooms full of orderly fun. Here in Harmony, we believe we are doing the right thing. At the root of whole brain teaching is a large amount of highly structured educational strategies. Students learned in a very fun and orderly manner. So our classrooms are now full of task-focused laughter. Humors and games are used to increase the number of times students repeat core information to learn. And we have also very highly disciplined and organized classrooms because our students enjoy following our rules. When we teach rules, we use language together with gestures. For example, when we say rule number 1, we actually have to put up our hands like that. Rule number 1, follow directions quickly. So students are able to understand what is rule number 1 and what do you do in rule number 1. When children obey and follow these simple rules, law and order is automatically enforced in the classroom, and therefore learning is maximized. Teachers also use attention getters. We call it yes class. Yeah? So when the teacher wants to get the attention of the students, they actually say, class, class, and the students will respond, yes, yes, in exactly the tone the teacher used. So if the teacher said, class, class, classity, class, the students will respond, yes, yes, yesity, yes.
Class? Yes! Class, class, class? Yes, yes, yes! Okay.
And when teachers do that, students will immediately look at teacher and they want to participate in the teacher's lesson. And this is how we enforce law and order in the classroom and at the same time get the student to participate. Another segment of whole brain teaching is enforcing peer teaching, which is very difficult even among secondary school students. Yeah? But when you do peer teaching, you're actually putting the power of teaching, the empowerment of teaching into the students' hands. Yeah? So, for example, I'm teaching rule number 1. Yeah? I will say, rule number 1, follow direction quickly. Then I will instruct my class. I said, now I want you to teach. And the class will say, okay. Yeah? So we get the students to turn to each other and they will look at each other. And one person will say, rule number 1, follow directions quickly. Next, the other person will also say, rule number 1, follow directions quickly. So when we do this, students practice the rules again, yeah, apply it, and they enjoy it because they actually get to become a teacher in the classroom. And that is why we think that whole brain teaching is amazingly effective and powerful.
Jolly Phonics is a thorough foundation for reading and writing. It uses synthetic phonics methods of teaching the letter sounds in a way that is fun and multisensory. Children learn how to use the letter sounds to read and write words. The 5 basic skills for reading and writing are 1. Learning the letter sound. 2. Learning letter formation. 3. Blending. 4. Identifying sounds in words. 5. Spelling the tricky words. In Jolly Phonics, 42 main sounds of English are taught, not just the alphabet. The sounds are in 7 groups. These are the 7 groups. Some sounds are written with 2 letters such as E and OR. These are called digraphs. O and D can each make 2 different sounds such as book and moon, that and tree. Each sound has an action which helps children remember the letters that represent it. As a child progresses, you can point to the letters and see how quickly that can do the actions and say the sound.
Dogs on the roof. Woof, woof, woof. Best. Very good. Frog. Very good, Nathan.
There's countless reasons why you need to send your children to Harmoni, but one that I truly convinced with is you have to come here because of our drama classes. From our drama classes, we equip your children with so many skills that you cannot record in a year-end test, but it's something that they carry with them for the rest of their lives, like problem solving, decision making, and speaking the language and using it in a real setting. And our drama classes are not like classes where we write scripts and we make your children memorize them. In fact, we give them a situation. So here we've got Daddy Rooster. And Daddy Rooster is angry at Little Chick. What is Daddy Rooster going to say? And taking the feedback that they've given to us, we would incorporate it into our drama, rehearse it a few times, actually rehearse it over and over again over the course of 5 to 6 months. And at the very end, you see 10 minutes of truly your children's ideas, your children's talents, and your children's decision. So that is why you must come to Harmoni, because we have the best drama program Miri has to offer. Now, why Trinity? Trinity is simply because we've been doing drama the past 2 years. And for 2 years, we are afraid that we would sign your children up for something that they cannot achieve, and in the end, disappoint themselves and you. But then, after 2 years of being disappointed that we did not take on the challenge, this year we said we must do Trinity. Because after months and months of hard work, now they've got an internationally recognized certificate all the way from London, with the examiner flown in all the way from London to show that they are actually equipped with the skill to do drama, to communicate, to sing, to dance, and to truly enjoy themselves on stage. So if you've never seen our drama, you should watch our drama, because it is one of the best dramas that you can see in Miri. So that is why you need to come to Harmoni, because we've got the best drama program, and all our children sits for the Young Performance Certificate from Trinity College London.